Shalom Zion, it's old girl with the old family, and I'm on a break, so I thought I'd show a little bit of the garden in progress. All praise to the Most High for this. I'm up early on my off day, so I figure I might as well come put in some sweat equity. Better than doing an actual workout. I needed to burn some calories, so I figured I'd come burn them this way and get more bang for my buck. So this is our garden. Now, I know it's not ready. I know it's not done. If you have any positive pointers that you could give me, I'd appreciate that. But again, I know it's not ready. I know it's not done. So I'm gonna go close up and show you. I got one thing in the ground, and that's these strawberries. It's a transplant underneath that paper. I got the paper there because I just finished doing some cleanup work and I didn't want to disturb the one plant that I do have. So basically, we are first generation gardeners. We ain't know what we was doing. I tried to do this last year and quit because it was so much work. It was a lot harder than what I thought. So I spent the fall and winter reading, bought a book, got on YouTube, and started educating myself on what I did wrong last year. Last year, it looked pretty much like the rest of the yard, just a basic patchy yard. I did do some tilling, digging up the ground last year on this side, so it wasn't too bad. But this first section here, so from post to post, so if you can see this fence post to this fence post, that's like one marker. That's all new. We had to till and cultivate this from scratch. This pillar to this pillar was already kind of done from last year, but I started everything in the house and everything died before I could even get it out here. So that was my first mistake. I was growing seeds, from the seed. I wasn't buying like transplants or starters from the nursery. I'm doing both this year just to see. But last year I was doing seeds only, starting them indoors. And like I said, I didn't know what I was doing, so everything ended up dying. I realized later that it was too much humidity in the house if I was going to leave them in the house, and I probably should have just went ahead and brought them outside. Okay. Second, I want to say that this was all done by hand. No tilling machine, which was a mistake. I ain't even bragging. If I ever did it again, I would be renting or buying a machine. You see this bad baby? We did it with one of these. And then as I learned, I ended up getting a hoe. And here's my rake and these scissors because it's weed city out here. You know what I'm saying? It's like every time I come out here, it's more and more weeds. It's just like never ending. I'm thinking that the weeds are never gonna not be here. So yeah, we did all of this by hand, no machine. If you are a first timer, if you ain't in shape, if you ain't got no help, you might want to get the tiller machine. I'm out of shape for this season, but I'm okay. But let me tell you, day one out here, I probably put in 3-4 hours and I was feeling it. Every day I've come out since day one, it's been easier and easier. But if I do like 2 hours or whatever, I'm gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. Today is like an hour day. I done been out here maybe 30-45 minutes and I'm on a little break, but I will be going back and do a little more cleanup. But yeah, so today basically I'm just doing cleanup because I'm by myself. Thank the Lord for my husband and that man strength, which is priceless, because when he come out here, it just make it so much more easier. Plus, you got somebody to kick it with while you work. My teenage son ain't been out here. That would have been nice to have that kind of young, youthful strength, but it's prom season, graduation season. He got a woman now. He working, so he ain't got time to help his mama in the garden. He barely could keep up with cutting the grass. And we do have a really big yard. This is just one side. There is a whole nother side, but the yard is huge for us. It's the biggest yard we ever had. So we coming up on 2 years being here, and If you follow us, you know my husband had a little health scare. So, you know, it's taking us some time to like tackle this property because it's on a double lot. So I'm just saying that to say, like, keeping up the yard maintenance is like, yeah, that's that work. But anyway, this is the garden. And again, I'm just out here cleaning up. I know it's not all the way ready. I need to get like along the fence line. You know, you can see the actual like garden space that we carved out. But I know, you know, it needs some more trimming, cleaning up, weed removal, grass, rocks, like all of this is stuff we found in the dirt. These big old rocks, all these hills. I didn't get a wheelbarrow being cheap. So I'm not really able to get the debris too far from the garden site at the moment. Because we've been doing it by hand and it's a lot of work in itself, just removing the weeds and the debris. That's the old fence still back here. You see he put the new one up. But yeah, rocks. So yeah, it still need more cleaning. I actually started back here while I was on vacation. I had 2 weeks off work, but now I'm back to the plantation. So getting up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, it ain't much I'm doing after a 12-hour shift at work. But again, I'm off today, so I'm like, let me come do a little something. So I just wanted to show y'all, you know, I pray the Most High bless this work, that we can actually have some, you know, something grow that we can actually come back here and eat, Lord willing, more than just for us. But this is the garden as of right now. Again, I got one strawberry transplant that I got from Home Depot for $5. I plan to do majority of these this year and see how that goes versus seeds, but we'll see what the Most High has in store. And I'm about to get back to work. Thank you guys for tuning in. Try to do it if you can, but get a tilling machine. You do not want to do this by hand with a shovel. Shalom. Alrighty, and stay tuned because here is the garden update.